Loud. All right. Good morning, kids. Hey, happy Monday to you. Welcome to the Kong Family Show. Today we're going to have a little fun from Kong's Lab. Hey, how you doing today, Sean? How's the weather up there in Montana?
Oh, doing very well, mi amigo gringo. It's been very 40s, 50s as spring has rounded the corner and come into its own, and we still got snow melting. So it's quite the transition. I just hope that dump we got in February doesn't over melt at this stage. So
Yeah,
I've just got my flippers and my snorkel set ready and a pontoon boat in the event that we're swimming around the Bitterroot Valley in the next week or two. But until then, I'm just into my preparation stage.
awesome. All right,
And
man.
I did not, for the record, I did not say preparation H. I said preparation stage.
Oh, I love it. Well, I'm excited. Today we're going to have a little bit of fun in the laboratory because, one of the things that we do around here is I've talked quite a bit about how Kong's water makes everything better. And I've said that multitudes of times, not only in posts, but on the show and that kind of stuff. And what I'm here to do today is I want to demonstrate how Kong's water makes things better because we have a couple of little products here, and I'm not going to show you the company because I don't want to run anybody down or anything like that. My purpose of this is just to show how Kong's water makes things better. This right here is a network marketing company that makes a weight loss product. And here's a couple of packets of that weight loss product that we're going to show you guys and that we're going to test. And then here's their energy drink product. This is just stuff that's supposed to be poured in and mixed with water. Nice. And what we're going to do here is to start off, we're going to run some of, because I want to demonstrate, see this right here, this little guy right here, this is called an ORP meter. And this thing measures millivolts. So the thing I like to say about this little contraption here is that the meter doesn't lie. The voltage is the voltage. And the voltage that you get, whether it's positive or negative, like right now it's measuring a positive 258, but that's the voltage that's just in the air from the tip going around in the air. And what's going to happen is when we run this water, I'm going to first demonstrate by showing you guys how the voltage on one end of the spectrum goes really high, and on the other end of the spectrum, it goes really, really high negative, on the other, a really high positive, okay? So what we're going to do here is we're going to fire Kong up on the strong acidic setting, and we're going to run some 11.5 water and some 2.5 water. So down here out the bottom hose right here, we've got some 2.5 really strong acidic water coming out the bottom here. And then out the top right here, we've got some 11.5 pH, which is strong alkaline water, okay? And so we're going to turn this up a little bit till the beautiful lady tells us to decrease the flow. And we're going to kick that flow back down a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and put some in both of our glasses here. This one here is the strong acidic, and this is the strong alkaline.
Hey, I'll tell you, a key that I've learned is pouring it like a craft beer. Don't let it splash on the bottom. Turn it like that. It maintains the integrity of the voltageometer, if you will. Just a little bit better.
Yeah, that's what Bill was talking about too. In fact, I'll just pour that out and do it that way. Because you get about double the amount of the 11.5 as you get of the 2.5. And then I'm going to go ahead and switch it back to one of the others, and it goes into its cleaning mode. We'll let it go ahead and do its cleaning. And then we're going to put these two right next to each other, okay? So here's your strong acidic, here's your strong alkaline, okay? And bear with me, kids, for just a second.
And your screen is the big screen, correct?
What's that?
Your screen is the big screen, correct?
No, right now I've just got us on the
Okay.
regular screen, but it's too small for me to be able to see.
I see.
But, so I'm going to just go ahead and go with this. And once it's recorded, whoever's talking will go on the big screen. So people
Oh, nice.
see me just fine. Okay, so it's done its cleaning. Okay, so here's our ORP meter. We're going to stick it in the strong acidic to start with. Okay, can you see that? Can you see the number there?
Is that positive 1,000, 1,100?
Positive 1,100.
I've never seen that.
Okay, that's super strong acidic right there, kids. Now right here, we went over to the other. In fact, let's get this down so you guys can actually see. Can you see the bottle there? Yep. Okay, so now we're in the strong alkaline. Can you see it in the other direction?
That's as high as I've seen it.
We're negative 860.
Wow.
Okay, and so we're going to go back and forth here a couple times just to show people. Can you see it?
Yeah, totally.
What's it registering now?
It's 1120 and climbing. 1129, 30 and climbing. Now listen, I think it's important to note for people, the laymen that are just kind of picking up on this, anything over zero, above zero in the positive capacity is indeed an oxidizing agent, meaning that it oxidizes your cells. Anything negative under zero is an antioxidant and is completely counteracting that.
And so what do we have on there now?
We got negative 854, 3 dancing around in the 850s right now.
Okay,
Negative.
So that gives a little demonstration to people as to what happens from one side to the other. This is very strong acidic water, and this over here is very strong alkaline water. And you know what, the reason we're doing this, kids, is so that you can see the difference between the two. Okay, and like Sean was just saying there, anything above a zero is oxidizing your body, and anything below on the negative side is actually an antioxidant for your body. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm just going to pour these out, and I'm going to start again. And this time we're going to do a little test, because we're going to take both of these two glasses right here, and we're just going to fill them with tap water. And the thing is, this is an interesting little thing for everybody to understand, is that this tap water that I'm running right here, we are actually extremely fortunate here where we live in Sandy, Utah, in White City, a little enclave. And we have some of the very best water that there is in the world. Our water comes right down here off the mountain, goes down into a deep water aquifer, and then gets pumped up into our sinks. And it doesn't have any chemicals in it whatsoever. They don't put any chlorine, no fluoride, nothing. We have our own little water company. People who live in Sandy, they get fluoride, they get chlorine, and good Lord only knows what they're getting in their water. But we've got some of the best water in the world. But the reason I like to tell people that is because even though our water is some of the best water in the world, what you're going to see here from the ORP meter is that even though it's some of the best water in the world, it's still oxidizing your body. So I'm filling this one up here with some tap water, and this one up here with some tap water. And I'm setting them both side by side. And we're going to take out our trusty ORP meter. We're starting with this one. And what do we see? I can't see it.
148. Positive.
Positive.
190, 190, 200. It's climbing up the ladder like the Isley brothers.
Love it. So there you go. See how it's climbing up?
Yes, sir.
Right. And now we're going to go over to the other one just so you can see that both of them are going to be doing the same thing. They're positive.
Okay, yeah, 240.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hanging tough like new kids on the block in the 240 range here, fella.
Yeah, so that's pretty oxidizing. What I'm going to do here, just because we're going to throw this, we're going to throw these products in here, so we want to make sure that we've got enough water in here that's, you know, more like what it's supposed to have as far as the water that you you know, the amount of water that we're using, what you're supposed to use, and that way, you know, we're not kind of cheating anything, because I don't want to cheat anything. I'm here to get the facts out to people. And so we're going to pour this into this one here, and this is the weight loss product. Okay, I'm pouring that one in there, and I'm going to pour this one in here. Okay, so that takes care of the weight loss product on both of them.
Now, do you have to stir it up like Bob Marley said?
Yeah, we're going to stir it up. I'm going to get a nice clean spoon.
Stir it up.
And we're going to
Comes water, stir it up.
And this is how you're supposed to do it.
This is how we do it like Montel Jordan?
What's that?
This is how we do it like Montel Jordan?
Yeah. Absolutely, brother. We do it right around this joint. Okay, so these are doing their thing. One little commentary: it doesn't want to mix up all that great. It's you know, it's not exactly something I'd have a good time drinking, but you know, I'm doing the best I can to get it to mix up. So anyway, all right. So we were in like the 240, 250 range on our ORP, right?
Right. Positive
Just the
oxidized
water itself. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the drink in there. What do we got?
350, 340s hanging in there. Yeah, it's 342.
So by putting that stuff in there, we've actually boosted the oxidizing part
100 points. Yeah.
Good 100 points more oxidative.
That's right.
By adding this stuff to it. Okay.
Again, oxidizing, it's just going to, it increases our aging. It speeds up the aging process in our cells when we drink products of this capacity.
So there you go, kids, right there. Now that's doing it with just the regular water.
Right.
And we're talking, you know, a positive 350, 300 is really not very good at all. I don't want to drink stuff that's, like, I don't drink my tap water that has a negative 250. I won't drink it. There's no sense, even though it's some of the cleanest. It's got nothing in it. It's coming right off the mountain. It's some of the best water you're going to get anywhere as far as regular water. So now I'm going to put those over here, and I'm going to take these two now. And this one here, now both of these we're going to, because we already figured that out. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do this thing again using Kong's water. It's okay, honey. No, Amy wants to go outside and get those mouths. So we're going to slow her down just a smidge here. And pour her like a beer. Well, this right here is the 9.5 pH. This is the water that you really want to be drinking.
Ooh, I just like the cloud. Look at that. The cloud. Hydrogen and oxygen just swimming around together like they're skinny dipping in the Blue Lagoon.
Yeah, buddy, there it is. So, real quick, I got to run and get another pack.
Preparation is key when doing demonstrations of this kind. And my man has done a fantastic job of setting it up. Now, again, I want to emphasize that he was talking earlier about mixing up those other ones with the tap water. Molecularly speaking, H2O in and of itself is a bigger molecule, and so it's not necessarily absorbable. What he's going to demonstrate now is how shrinking the molecules of the water through the exceptional technology that is enagic, we are going to increase not only the mixability, as you're going to see here, pouring in packets into this water, but you're also going to understand then, just a translation is the absorbability when we consume these things. And the more we're able to absorb it, the more we're able to utilize it, the more effective it is to the body. So this is really going to demonstrate, consumption versus utilization in its own right. So anything negative in this capacity is going to be good for us, as J. John is about to get after it.
So here we go. Let's go the same direction. We're starting in the right one first.
Negative 835.
Negative 835. Now over here, what do we got?
Negative 826, 27, and climbing. So yeah, same ballpark.
It's right there in the 800s, both of them.
Negative, yes. Insane antioxidant. There's not an antioxidant on the planet that any of us have ever seen this powerful. Yet you're seeing it right now on the Kong Brothers show, demonstrating the powerful nature of Kangen Water 9.5.
Amen.
Now, Dr. Kong is going to add the same packets he added to the tap water, and we're looking for a different result. And by gum, I think we're gonna find it, kids.
Here's our first one, and this is, once again, this is still the weight loss product that we're testing here. And we're even going to get a new clean spoon for this one so that we don't contaminate anything. So we were in like the negative 800s.
That's right.
On this stuff. On just the water right out of the machine, we were like negative 800.
That's right.
We'll get that stuff mixed up as good as we can. Okay. Now, let's bring back the trusty meter. Okay, here we go. We're going in the right side. What are we at?
Negative 409, and I'm not talking about the cleaning spray.
So a negative 4. So we've lost basically 400.
Yeah, lost about half of it. Yeah, we're looking at 406. But still, I mean, that's insane that it's that low, even with an agent like that might have aspartame or some type of artificial sweetener. Sugar's been under attack for good reason. Yet at the same time, a lot of these artificial sweeteners aren't necessarily good for us either. So
back to the right side, what do we got there?
408.
400-ish?
Yeah.
Left side?
Yeah, low 400s, man. In
Okay.
that whole 400 to 410 range. Negatory.
What both of these things are demonstrating is that this stuff, this weight loss product here, that it's actually an oxidizing thing to your body. You saw what it did with the regular tap water, and now look what happened when you added Kong's water. What happened to it? And now, just for demonstrative purposes here, we're going to do this again. I'm going to see if I can do this without knocking these things off somehow, and ended up making a giant mess in my kitchen here. These two right here, these are the Kong's water. These two in the front, these are the regular tap water. Okay, so we're going to go into the tap water.
Positive 300, 01.
Positive 300.
Positive 297, same ballpark.
Okay, now back to the Kong's water.
Negative 407.
Negative 407. And the
Negative
Kong's water again.
negative 403, 404. So you're talking about a 700 times difference from positive 300 to negative 400. That's absolutely insane.
Yeah, it really is. It's crazy how, and the thing about it, our point is, my main point for doing this demonstration is to show people that, you can take something that's not really even very good for you at all, and you can make it good for you by mixing it with Kong's water. Because a negative 400 is still great, even though you took that water from being a negative 800, and by adding that powder to it, you dropped it down to a negative 400. You took away 400 millivolts from your body, but it's still something that if you drink this right now, this will actually be good for you. Where if you drink this other stuff here, which is the only difference between the two, kids, is that we just simply changed the water. That's all we did. We changed the water, okay? And so now that we've tested this product, this is the weight loss product, and I'm gonna clean these cups out, and we're gonna do it again, but this time we're gonna do it with the energy product and see what the difference is. So here's this one. We're gonna fill this up with tap water, just like we did the last go around, and we already know what our baseline is on our tap water. It's like a negative.
No, positive. It's a positive 3.
Positive, yeah. So
yeah.
what the heck? Let's just do it again, just to make sure that everybody.
Yeah, positive 292, 280s, high 280s.
Okay. This is both of these tap waters.
Positive 260s, high 60s.
Okay, there we go. That's what we were figuring. That's about the same as what it was before. Okay, now we're gonna. This is the energy product. So we'll pour in the energy product.
Oh.
Okay, there's one of them in the energy. And now the energy in that one.
A little side note, folks, Kangen water, one of the most powerful early stage recognitions one has with it is the absolute increased energy from drinking the water in and of itself, with no stimulant or no energy product or herbal whatever of any kind. Kangen water is already an energizer. Ask anybody that drinks it daily.
Yeah, that's what I always say, Sean. I always call it's the best energy drink there is in the world. Just Kong's water replaces these kinds of things. Okay, and we're going to also clean off our probe, so we're not contaminating anything with old stuff. Okay, now we had a negative or a positive 300 on these before we put the product in there, and so now we're putting the product in there. What is it?
Positive 290 something, 290. It's pretty much knocking in the same ballpark, so it hasn't really changed anything.
So this energy drink isn't quite as acidic and quite as oxidizing as the weight loss product.
Well, when combined with tap water, it's interesting to see. It doesn't seem to add more oxidation to the tap water, but I think the truth's going to be told once you rock it 9.5 style.
Yeah, but the point is that this stuff is not as bad of an oxidizer for your body as that energy
weight loss. As weight loss, right?
Drink is pretty dang oxidizing. Okay, so now we're going to switch over to the Kangen water 9.5. And we're going to get ourselves a couple of Kong beers.
Kong beers, yeah. It just maintains the integrity of the water when you're not splashing it so much. You just like getting it right out of the spring. It just makes it more intact, more effective. Again, the cloud is so prevalent.
That's what we love, is that cloud. That's a thing of beauty.
And you're going to put some powder in. Excuse me 1 second. I'm going to go top off my 9.5 coffee.
Perfect. Okay, so now once again we've got the 9.5 water here, and we've got ourselves like a negative 800, I think, somewhere in that range, close to 800. Okay, 787. What do we got there? A little over 800. So they're both right in that 800, pretty close to 800 range. Okay. Then we're going to now stick in our powder. So I just did the ORP meter on this, and it was right there in about the 800 negative range, just like we expected. And now it's time to add some energy drink. There goes one. And here goes the other. Okay. Now let's mix them up. This energy drink mixes up quite a bit better than that weight loss stuff. You don't have all those chunks on the surface. Okay, energy drink is in, and it's in with Kong.
All right, folks, here we go. Here's the test.
Okay, let's see what the meter tells us. Here we go.
Here's the proof. Negative 404.
Negative 404.
403, yeah. So that went from positive 300 to negative 401. Negative fours.
Well, this actually is the Kong water, and it was like a negative 800, and now it's down to a negative 400.
Right.
Is it registering about 400?
Yep. No, 398, 399.
Back and forth.
Yep.
There's the right one and the left one.
Well, it seems, yeah, 95 again, 395, negatory.
So once again, this stuff strips about 400 millivolts away from your body. And, you know, but because it's in the Kong's water, it's actually a negative reading, which means that it's actually good for you to be drinking this stuff. You could actually drink it, and I might even give it a taste.
But I mean, here's my thoughts. With all due respect, I know people are really married. You know, I'm trying to help people fix their approach to disease. I'm trying to help people stop from suffering. And a lot of times people take it as a challenge to their belief system. I'm not trying to mess with their belief system so much as I'm trying to help awaken them to the realities of their immune system if properly bolstered and buffered with something of this nature. And again, there's nothing on the planet that does what this does for the body. I do want to add real quick, my friend, you're talking about negative 800, 800 millivolts of, energy, hydrogen. Just when you're taking the energy drink and you're dropping that, it's the millivolts that create the charge. That's the energy. It's like a 9-volt battery right out of the package versus a 9-volt battery that's been in a smoke alarm for a year. One's really bzzz and the other one's duh. And so when we're drinking the water in and of itself, man, the energy it rejuvenates our 9-volt battery. And with all due respect to that, energy product, as good as it might be, Kangen in and of itself is 2 times more antioxidant, more into the body than the Kangen water with the energy drink. So I just wanted to kind of highlight that.
Yeah, isn't that the truth, bro? Because you're talking something that you got literally a negative 800 millivolts. If you drink that, and you know, you put the other stuff in and it knocks it down to 400. You know, 400 is still good, but heck, it's not,
Yeah.
it's half of what 800 is. You know, I always tell people that Kong's water is the best energy drink there is in the world.
On the planet.
If you drink it, it will energize you. It does energize you. If you are feeling a little bit groggy or a little tired during the day, you just slam down a nice big glass of 9.5 and boom, man, you're up and rolling. And
Yeah.
it does that. It energizes you almost immediately. And there's no hangover. There's no drop or anything like that a lot of people, you know, complain
There's no
about.
caffeine or sugar crash. None of
Right.
that.
All you're getting
None
is
of that.
clean H2 negative OH. And
That's right.
there's nothing, you're putting absolutely nothing into your body that's going to do any kind of oxidizing, because, you know, as we saw with these things, they're actually oxidizing your body. And I can't stress it enough how important that is.
And may I ask you a question real quick along those lines? How much is it for a packet of the energy drink or the weight loss drink?
You know, I'm not even positive how much it costs.
And the point being with the question, brother, is the fact that we're spending money on things repeatedly to have the effect that we want to believe they're going to have. Yet, once you get your Kangen water machine, your 9.5, and you have these machines for 20 some years, it's pretty clear, if we're paying attention, that we spend money on this thing. You know, you can pay this thing off in 2 years if you just $5.45 a day, $5.45 a day for the first 730 days. Next 20 plus years after that, there's no charge. So we keep consuming, we keep buying into a lot of these things, and with all due respect to these other products, you know, and I'm not trying to disparage anybody. What I'm trying to help people realize is we're addicted to convenience in this country. And if there's anything I've really come to learn that's the most convenient thing I've ever owned, it's this absolute eco-friendly, life-changing technology right here. And we're not spending money on that stuff anymore. I used to take some stuff, you know, there's some big companies out in Billings and, you know, all into energy and weight loss, and they're all over the place out there, and they're all competing against each other. And I just kind of get a kick out of the fact that we're sitting back here with the most powerful weight loss tool, with the most powerful energizing tool on the planet, and people still haven't quite wrapped their brain around that. And I think once we help get people past the mindset of just consumption and taking these things because they want to believe that it works, what you're showing right here is that there's some contradictions to that. And even if they want to believe it works, just with what you're showing with the tap water that they're normally taking it in, it's oxidizing them. With the Kangen water, it's not as powerful with the powder in it, but it's still negative and it's still more beneficial. So they're utilizing it, as Shan Stratton likes to say. You're utilizing the water and the product more effectively, as opposed to just consuming it blindly, hoping it does what it does for you. And what you're testing right now is real good evidence of that. So I like this little Kong's Water Lab experiment today for those purposes only. Dr. Kong.
Hey, you know, I love Kong's Lab. It's fun getting in here and doing a little bit of testing, because we get to learn as well. And, you know, one of my mottos is I want to try and learn something new every single day. And I believe that once you stop learning, you might as well be 6 feet under anyway. And so,
Yep.
you know,
Amen.
one thing I would like to challenge people out there, the people that are going to end up seeing this down the road, this is not the first time that I've tested one of these products. It's the first time I've filmed it. But another friend of mine that has a network marketing, you know, energy drink product, she came over to let me try it and see it. And I said, well, you know, before I'm going to try it or even drink it, I got to run it through Kong's Lab real quick just to see. And it did exactly the same thing, It made it oxidizing. And when it was mixed with regular water, it was a high positive number by about twice. Because, you know, for most like that weight loss stuff, that actually took the regular water that was only a positive 200 or so and actually doubled the oxidation level of that water. So it literally made it worse for you. You would have been better off drinking just the water without the weight loss stuff in it. And it's the same thing with the other product. But if there's anybody out there that would like to have these tests done to their product just because all of a sudden this kind of stimulated their brain cell, and that now they're thinking, I wonder if this, that, or the other that I've been drinking, I wonder if that's any good for me. And I wonder if Kong's water could make it better, because I like it. I like drinking it. It's something that I've been doing for a long time and I like it. But now this has brought something to my attention that maybe I'd like to check out. Well, if any of you would like to have us test your product and film it just like this, and I'll do the same thing for you that I did with this company right here. I won't say who it is or anything like that, because once again, I'm not here to disparage anybody or put anybody down. I'm just here to show the facts. And I don't care what product it is. I already know what the results are going to be. And that is that the product is going to be an oxidizing agent to your body that's causing your body to age and causing your body sickness, no matter whether it makes you feel good, whether it gives you energy to pump weight or whatever the heck it is that it's doing for you. I promise you this, it's not good for your body. And I challenge anybody out there that has a product like this, just send me 4 packets so I can test it both ways, and I'll be happy to test it for you. And if it ends up being something that's actually good for your body, I'll buy those packets from you. I'll send you the money for them. But if it's something that's like this stuff was, that's obviously not good for you to be drinking and not good for you to be putting into your body without Kong's water, no, you get to pay for it. But I think that sounds like a good enough challenge. I'll buy it if it's something that's actually good for the body. And I challenge anybody to send me whatever they've got. And just reach out to me on Facebook at JJohn's Surprise, SUPRISE, or on the Kong Family page. The Kong Family. That's what we are, buddy. We're a huge family of people, and we've got this really simple goal. We just want to change the world. And that's how we're doing it. It's by educating, by learning, by teaching ourselves, by teaching others. And so with that said, that's all I have to add at this point. Sean, is there anything that you would like to say about this? And one last thing, some golden nuggets to drop on to our audience.
No, it's just a matter of really being aware and recognizing. And a lot of times, we're faced with the truth on a variety of levels, and it's just really up to us whether or not we're going to accept the truth. We can sit here and show Kangen and its power in all its glory till we're blue in the face, but if people are not willing to catch these passes, we're not going to be able to get to them. And that just comes down to, conscientious objectors or people that are, or observers even, or people that are, really stuck in their product or stuck in their ways. And, we're not trying to challenge you to make you look wrong. We're trying to challenge you so you can really understand that if you're really married to the products you're taking, the key is to be able to take them with this water. There's just no way around that. Our whole objective here is to empower people, give people the knowledge and the tools to make more sound decisions with respect to their health. And I think no matter what we're taking on a supplement level, if you're taking it with Kangen as a foundation, you're going to be in better business than you are without it. I've always talked to people about, have you ever taken vitamins? You talk to people and they're like, well, yeah, I take vitamins. And I'm like, subsequently, have you ever peed a highlighter? Afterwards you take your supplements, next thing you know, your pee is just electric yellow. Well, that's because we're only utilizing about 15% of that, because in an overly acidic body, that's about as much as we can utilize. So whether we're eating a steak, whether we're eating broccoli, whether we're eating, asparagus or pineapple, whatever it's going to do for us, we are going to increase the absorption or the utilization of any nutritional value of anything we're taking from 15% to 85% with Kangen water. So it's just really a matter of understanding that whatever house we're building without Kangen water, it's like building, the foolish man building his house upon the sand. Kangen water is the rock. And anything you want to do for your house, you want to build your house on the rock. So when the waves come in, the sticks stay. And that's this, in this metaphorical analogy, if you will, it's our body. Our body's the house. It's just, what are we going to build our house on? The foundation of sand and all these gimmicky things that are out there challenging our belief system? Or are we going to build it on the rock that's been proven for more than 50 some years now around the world, endorsed by over 7,000 doctors around the world, in over 1 million homes around the world? You know, we're only at 480,000 homes or businesses in the U.S. with 137 million residences documented. That's not even half of 1%.
Yeah.
So our goal, our mission, our objective is to just share the power and the profound nature of Kangen water. And this has been a real exceptional example. I really appreciate you getting in there, Dr. Kong, and getting after it and showing us what we're dealing with here. I just need you next time for sake and for like presentation. We need to get you a white coat, maybe with a stethoscope or something like that. Maybe some measuring sticks in your pocket. You know, get a Dr. Kong. You know, that's right. That's right. And have fun with it. But no, you're beautiful. You got your Kong shirt on. You know, you kind of got this sunlight and the foliage from outside your window, so it makes your shirt look very alive. That is the best way we can talk about this water. It is alive. It is living water. Kangen water is living water. And you put living water into our living organism, you're going to be getting after it, man. We'll be dancing like the Bee Gees, you know?
Like John Travolta, baby.
You'll be dancing, yeah. So yeah, you're beautiful. I appreciate it. This has been a real good one. I'm excited to get the feedback from anybody that we're able to share this with, you know, and John's going to be able to record this. He's recording it now. He's going to slap it up on YouTube. We're going to share this accordingly and look forward to anybody's feedback. If you ever have any questions, like you said, contact him at JJ Surprise, SUPRISE, or Wetzel, Sean Wetzel, or Wetzel's Water. We're here for you. The whole objective is to empower people and give you guys a new foundation of truth as to what Kangen's really doing for anybody that's utilizing it.
Yeah, absolutely, buddy. You know, and like I said, once again, Kong makes everything better. And I think I think what we just did here today is one of the best examples of how we can prove that to people. It's the ORP meter right here, kids. It doesn't lie. This right here tells you what the truth is. You know, and I don't really drink anything anymore without putting my ORP meter in it to find out what's in it, what it's doing to my body. And so, you know, the proof's in the pudding, kids, and we're just here to give you the proof and the truth. That's what it's all about. And you know, so thank you very much for taking the time when this gets out there and you take the time to watch this. Thank you so much for doing so. I hope you got some tremendous value out of it. And you know, we're going to try to do a Kong's Lab experiment with something or another. And if anybody, like I said, if anybody has any product that they're curious about, whether it's a product that their company sells or it's something that they get at the store that they like to drink and they just like to know, just send it to me and we'll take care of it. We'll get it. We'll do another one of these and we'll show you. We'll show you beyond any shadow of a doubt whether it's good or bad for you, kids, and that's what our goal is. So, Sean, thank you so much for taking your time to come on here with me today and help me do this little experiment. That helped a lot, having you there, being able to read off stuff, and then also being able to give some of the technicalities to our viewers that are going to be in this. And so, you know, we hope to be able to get our situation of being able to go live again. I'll get that fixed. There are no problems. There are only solutions, and I'll figure it out, and we'll be back live again soon enough. But for now, we're going to run them like this until I can get a good system going again, and then we'll be back live again, live at 8:45, Monday through Friday, and then we'll be going at whatever time on Saturdays and Sundays. So we love you guys all very much, and God bless you. Thank you very much for taking the time to be here and to join in with this. And as usual, our goal is simply to change the world.
One glass of 9.5 at a time.
Amen, brother. Don't forget your hugs, kid. HooDeeHoooo!
Giddy
Love
up,
you
my man.
guys. God bless. Bye for
Word.
now.
Nice work, JJ. Nice work, brother.
Thanks, brother. Bye for now.
Word.